Ahoy hoy. Skipped the video yesterday doing some other things, but we're back and we got some big ones here. That's a big piece of gun. So that's the front of the slide for the Glock. This is the second attempt on it. The first one layer shifted. The second one I'll show you in a second. I had some issues on the top, so I printed it vertically to get a little cleaner finish. Came out pretty good. So let's, I think we're getting close to being ready to assemble this thing. So here's the first attempt. You can see the top is really rough. Actually, it was another one that layer shifted, but the top is really rough on this one because I printed it flat like that. Same with this one, but this one's way rougher. It's because of the lack of infill, the bridging on top, it just can't keep up. And actually on these, I oddly enough increased the speed and the print came out pretty clean. So let's pop off the supports and see how it looks. See, this came out pretty nice, very clean. Supports popped right off with no issue. I'm actually pretty impressed because I ran this at 300 millimeters per second with PLA, Rapid PLA Plus from Elegoo. So shout out to them. Came out real clean, very nice, very straight. Both of them on separate printers too. So, and again, this wasn't printed like this. It was printed vertically like that. So real impressed with how clean it came out because it needed to, because I'm not painting this top section, the slide. So take this and put it together like so. That's the top slide. Let's take a look at the main body. And so it's big. All right, well, there it is. Most definitely looks like a Glock. Decided against using the magazine as the wall holder. What I'm gonna do is, once this is all dry, I'm just gonna make very simple brackets that like rest here and, you know, I don't know, probably back here, or just under here, kind of near the center of gravity. Mounting it to the magazine. There was no real clean way for, you know, me to make mounting holes for it. So just real simple standoffs that come off. But yeah, some gap here. I'm not exactly sure why. I noticed when I was gluing these sections together, it didn't quite have a perfect level. And I think it was maybe just some residual stuff here. And there's little, you know, examples of stuff that, you know, leaves a little bit to be desired. But to be honest, I'm just gonna put that in the listing and be like, yo, it is what it is. It's a wall art piece. It's not to fine precision. And as long as I'm clear about it and kind of show it, I don't think there's going to be any issue there. You know, just, it's kind of a take it or leave it sort of thing. It's more of a striking, you know, kind of example piece. And I'm still going to charge a lot of money for it. Kind of trying to get an idea as to how big it is. Here's my head. Here's the giant Glock. So that's, yeah, that's not a bad sort of thing. It took a long time, took a lot of prototyping. I think I probably burned through 5, 6 spools. Maybe closer to 10 trying to prototype this out. But at this point now, I kind of know everything, so it shouldn't take that much. And in terms of pricing, I think I'm going to list this thing for like $700 because gun enthusiasts, I feel, would have interest in this. People who have the gun hobby have money. You know, I mean, I have guns. They're an expensive hobby to keep. And yeah, you know, pricing it out, it's labor time is the most important, is the heaviest expense for me. If I could produce this and have it to where it comes off the printer just ready to go in a box, it'd be significantly less expensive. But every time I have to touch it, it adds a shitload to the cost, and that's just how I operate. My time, I'm impatient. I don't like painting stuff. I don't like gluing stuff together. I don't like fiddling with it. I want to take it off a machine because I have to be able to, in the future, scale you know, I can't, it's not a labor of love, as I've said before, it's a labor of profit. And so if it's taking more of my time, you know, I just assume that my time costs, you know, $100, $200, $300, $400 an hour. You know, just bid it that high. And if, you know, I mean, a lot of people might disagree with that, and they're like, you know, well, that's ridiculous. Like, I consider my time to be super valuable, even if it's, you know, I don't do anything with the time. Time that you enjoy wasting is not wasted time, so to speak. So that's how I'm going to do it. Doesn't cost me anything close to that to produce it, but it's really the time. So if I could maybe print this, if I could find like a nice hunter green filament and just print it to where I wouldn't have to paint it at all, then I'd probably drop the price significantly. But the problem is that I'd have to then remove the slide release, the mag release, you know, these little things in black. And there's a lot of examples on this model of things that should be black that I just kind of painted over. They were just too fine, but it still gives you the detail. Because if this is on someone's wall and you're looking at it from like that distance, you're not going to notice the fine sort of like little screw ups in the model. So that's just kind of how I'm doing it. It's again, because it's not a labor of love, and I am not a perfectionist. I'm not fussing over these fine little details. And I know a lot of people like to and make it absolutely perfect, but that's so much more time. And if you add that into the cost, you're going to get to the point where no one's going to pay for it for a perfect example. So I think this is probably good. And I'll probably throw it up on the Etsy today. And yeah, we'll consider this a win. Is the vlog for today. Let me know what you think in the comments below, or if you you think maybe this, like this, yeah, even from back here, it looks pretty sick, right? Let me know what you think in the comments below. Should I expand into the Pew-Pew category? Maybe do some other ones, maybe just some like ones that are to scale, like some AR-15s that are just the correct size that maybe people just want to mount on their wall as like a, you know, a showpiece or whatever, or maybe a flex. They want people to think they got a lot of guns or something. I don't know. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Be sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel for more content like this. I'm The Technicals. See you next time.